forgot to save the replay, but this community is getting worse and worse. I just got kicked for making a funny looking pipeline, like a tiny bit. And I was going to route it to the fucking thing anyway. I just don't get it. This game has been fucking ruined by these people. I'm here to have fun, but what the fuck are they doing? So what you just saw was a depressed clip of me, pretty much, just complaining about the community now. I've been playing modded servers for a while now, and that's because I find the base game a bit underwhelming. Because me being on the awesome spectrum, I like things that stimulate me, and it just so happens that overstimulation can be a positive thing. That's quite rare in autism, I think. Because sometimes you just don't want to be overstimulated. And in this rare case, I find, well, playing unlimited lobbies pretty fun. Because random things happen and they're goofy and stuff, but just what happened recently just put me off the game entirely. And this needs to be addressed by the devs as soon as possible, which is why I'm tagging them. Because this is ridiculous, really. You could be kicked for games for having fun. And so, obviously I just explained in the clip what happened. It's just disheartening, because I really enjoyed Deep Rock Galactic. Still do to an extent, but I just can't continue when this shit is happening. I don't even know if I can play unmodded lobbies, because it can be so like mind-dullingly boring. Nothing interesting happens, really. I could be wrong, but the last time I did a deep dive and all my assignments, there's just nothing on the replays of them. They just weren't fun, and the last time I played a modded lobby for that matter. And that also proves that it's a game problem as well. So this is to say that Deep Rock Galactic might be in trouble, because I think we're now seeing Leaf Lovers, and the thing that I forgot to explain, that lobby that I was kicked in. I saw another one that happened before. Just remembered it. But the main thing is that people are becoming more Leaf Lover-like. So they're competitive rather than casual. I like a casual competitive, which is a thing that's valid. I know people like that. It just sucks that people are taking the fun out of the game. And I can't really stand for it, to be honest. I'm just gonna go and play Final Fantasy 14 now, I think. Like, fuck the season pass. It's just too much, really. You know, and I wanted to spend my evenings playing the modded lobbies because I've been really depressed recently. I actually went to A&E to sort out my suicidal thoughts, and they said they couldn't do anything. It's shocking enough to me that I'm still traumatised by it. Just realising that mine and probably many other lives are just worthless. At least to the NHS. It's just unpleasant, really. It doesn't mean the Galactic is a bad game still. Well, it's even a bad game at all, but again, this is something that has to be addressed. You can still play it with friends and mess around, and I want to, but I don't have any friends to swat at her. Especially ones that play the game. It's extremely stressful because I can't make friends, I struggle. I'm minimally verbal and I'm very anxious. Especially in the video communication. audio communication technically. Yeah. So it certainly made me depressed again. As if it wasn't bad enough. Why the fuck is the lobby still showing? That's what I don't get. If I've been kicked and technically banned from a game, then why is it showing? Actually, it's another lobby, my bad, but what the fuck? I just don't get that. Am I missing something? I don't really know what to suggest other than just having like a vote kick option. Because I think host being able to kick a player instantly is kind of disruptive. Because that can lead to problems because, you know, the host is the one who controls your enjoyment of the game rather than us dwarves who just tag along for the ride. And even though there are exploits, I still think that has to be a group agreed upon thing. Ironically, it's one of the things that Left Dead 2 got right. And Team Fortress 2 actually, for that matter. Vote kicks are democracy pretty much. Is that what democracy means? Voting must do. Because people complain about not having it. But yeah, it's pretty much a voting process, and that's how you should decide these things, not a fucking host. Actually, it's conservatism, or maybe fascism even. Just to have the leader decide what's right and wrong. That's what Putin is doing in Russia at the moment. So I don't know why we have this system. There's certainly a discussion to be had. And this is EU as well, and I forgot to report that the other thing about these lobbies is they seem to be filled with 12-year-olds or something. Like, these people are not old enough or mature enough to really understand, like, even most of the community, to be honest. They make jokes like Deep Core Galactic is fucking immature, right? Anyone can make the joke, and it's not really funny. It doesn't mean anything. It's not got that sort of logical process like the build up and then the climax, which is the funny part. Again, I'm fed up. And this is going to kill the game, really. Although you can't exactly police everyone, but at the same time, people policing others is what's damaging the game. And also, like the server descriptions, like the fact you can't report people and have like people in charge to sort of moderate the server names. Just goes to show, really. Unmoderated game is only so good as long as the people in there behave. Eventually one person starts misbehaving and everyone else does. That's just how most things work anyway, I think. It's been that way in school, as far as I know. People realise they can get away with things because it's the internet. A similar thing happened there. Did I explain in the lobby that someone actually said for me to be kicked rather than the host actually looking at what I was doing? I don't think I did. That's basically what happened. Like a fellow driller, a leaf flower technically now, saw me making a funny pipeline and thought, yeah, this is bad. But why? Why is it bad? Have you even played the game? The driller was like promotion 3 and I'm +2 from Greybeard. It also shows that the lack of experience really makes for, in some people, it makes the games toxic. Because you can understand them from a certain point of view, but they can't understand you. I've been playing for how long now? Why did Steam remove the fucking total time? What the fuck? From the overlay. Is it dumb decisions days or something? I don't know. Okay, 845 hours, even though it's probably less because of AFK time. Pretty much, in that experience, that time, I want to change. And you can't get it. Wait, I've not seen Harold in for quite a while. What the fuck? Anyway, that's another issue. Again, this experience, whilst great, it needs to have a change of scenery. Because I'm easily bored now. I'm not enjoying the game as much as I used to. I want to enjoy it, of course. It's just frustrating that, again, leaf lovers exist. I don't know if people would agree with me, like I'll actually ask on the subreddit because for an unbiased opinion I won't say that I'm depressed or whatever. Because I could be entirely wrong, but again, this is like two wrongs don't make a right because there are two people wrong. There's a person looking at me doing this and then the host who didn't look at me and just assumed that this other idiot was right. Also, I can't help but be playful in a game. I've done it all the time. I did it in TF2, I've done it in even multiplayer games like Mario Kart, for fuck's sake. GTA Online, even, for that matter. Like, I'm not there to be serious and play competitively, I'm there to have fun. And I thought that was the point of modded lobbies. To have fun. Apparently not. It's just ridiculous, and I've also added the host because I think it could be a misunderstanding or misclick, but I just have to put things right, really. I'm not apologising because I don't know what I've done wrong. But I'm gonna give my mouthful in the most neutral way possible. Because I don't think anger really solves anything. Yeah, I'm hoping people understand where I come from. Because this is a pretty big deal, and I think this is really a turning point in my gaming career, for that matter. I can't continue playing games when they're beating me down, beating me up, whatever. And this sort of thing is going to make me depressed because I just had to have fun and not be judged, but here I am being judged. I played this game because I wasn't being judged. I played it for so long because of that. Now I'm being fucking judged. But again, who's the problem here? Look at it unbiasedly and neutrally. Who is the problem? Was I harming the gameplay experience by having a little fun? By making a pipeline that will have, like, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 extra building bits, which is nothing compared to the rest, especially how fast they go up. It's just ridiculous. Well, that sort of shit shouldn't be policed, and even like fucking C4 team killing when it's done for a joke and you're staring at the C4 like, haha. C4, explosive placed, and just blow up. It's whatever. Even if the mission fails, it's funny. Just when people play seriously that it becomes a huge issue. Especially in Hazard 5, that's the thing I've just noticed. It was a Hazard 5 game. That isn't even too difficult, really. Once you understand it, you understand it. Even though I haven't played much of it, but I get that. Just natural to people. I'm interested to know what other people think anyway. If I'm right or wrong, whatever, I'm willing to be proven wrong. Because it'd be stupid to hold on to something that is wrong anyway. Non-vegans. there's something that needs to change. It just has to. Otherwise, I don't think the Galactic is going to grow, and it's going to lose its reputation. It's not inevitable necessarily, but it's definitely controllable. I can say that much.